2024 has concluded here, which means that it is time to count down my top 5 best free-to-play teams for the year as we jump into 2025, 10-year anniversary of Dokkan Battle. We might see an even greater jump as we've already got an amazing jump this year for 2024. Super easy A's are now included for my free-to-play teams. Amazing Easy A LRs and even a Super Easy A LR. And of course, the friend units being Dokkan Fest exclusives have just been as good and even better as per usual. So this is obviously my opinion. Like I said, we are including free-to-play teams built around with Redstone Super Easy A's, as well as the friend unit being the Dokkan Fest exclusive leader, or a summonable unit as the friend guest, as that is considered free-to-play and my rule set for playing Dokkan Battle. If you want the answer of the best true free-to-play team, it's probably Saiyan Saga with Double Version Z, Goku, Easy A. But let's get started with the list here. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. In the number 5 spot, we have the physical Super Saiyan Trio team here, being as the guest that leads All Out Struggle, Super Saiyans, and Power of Wishes. We have a pretty good lineup here with a decent leader being Super Easy A Prime Battle Goku for the 90% for super types. We got the introduction of the Easy A for version Z Goku. Got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, High School Gohan, the new Int Ultimate Gohan Super Easy A, as well as the AGL Gohan from the World Tournament Easy A. Now, good things about this team, it can pack a lot of damage. Prime Battle Goku does a lot of damage. This trio does a lot of damage, always having the type effective as well, and providing buffs to the allies. And of course, there's a plethora of supports here. We got the Gohans all supporting. Literally every Gohan I brought here is supporting, and it does really, really well. What falls short of being any higher than number 5, in my opinion, is that we do have to rely on the trio being the first slot unit in here. And because we don't have a perfect partner for them that is a Movie Heroes or All Out Struggle, we do not get the extra damage reduction, which means that their reliability as the first slot unit is not the greatest. The other rotation is fine. You have version Z Goku, but until we find the perfect partner that is hopefully first slot as well, this team doesn't get any higher than this. The only way I made it semi-consistent is by running the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which has fallen off quite a bit as he is an all-out struggle. I remember the all-out struggle Movie Heroes ally attacking the same turn buff gives all allies 77% defense and gives the physical trio an extra 15% damage reduction on top of the 30% already. And then we also have the AGL Gohan, which is a Movie Heroes unit, which can also proc the trio's extra defense buff. But of course, that also means that if we're running AGL Gohan on the main rotation to consistently give the buffs for the trio, then Gohan himself doesn't get consistency, as he needs a full Movie Heroes rotation or a full Super Saiyans rotation in order to get his extra dodge chances, making him unreliable as a unit as well. So it means there's a lot of inconsistencies with this team. The next team we have in the number 4 spot, the newly added unit in the game, which is the brand new Dokkan Fest exclusive Glorio, just fitting in right at the end of the year, being a demonic power 200% leader or a battle wit or accelerated battle leader for 3 key 170%. We can run this amazing team here with a 120% leader with the LR Vegito Blue Easy A. We got returning Ultimate Gohan, High School Gohan's in here. Version Z Goku's in here. We can see a lot of returning characters. Mr. Buu, as well as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and a plethora more extra options. But I have the footage of this team here as we were showcasing Glorio. Glorio is an amazing unit. Cannot deny that with those multiple super attacks, the damage output that he provides. Team is equally as good as the previous, as it's very similar, but we also have Super Easy A Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which some may say is a bit unreliable, which is fairly true. Now, this team doesn't get any further than number 4 and could possibly be worse than the last team, but I think it's a little bit more consistent as you have Mr. Buu in the first slot. The other rotation will have version Z Goku. Gloria is a great second slot unit. And then all the other units are great as they get a lot of defense post-super. The only thing holding back this team here from being any further is that, of course, Mr. Boo and Version Z Goku are not invincible. And, of course, Vegito Blue has definitely aged poorly. He has to be a floater unit, or else he ruins the synergy of the team. Then that means he cannot stack as much as we want him to. And even if he was in the main rotation, he wouldn't be able to stack high enough for those higher tier difficulty content. But overall, a very solid team with a lot of good damage. The next team that we have in the number 3 spot is Majin Buu Saga, probably my most used team for the year of 2024, but is only in the 3rd spot. Luckily, we got the brand new Gotenks Carnival unit that was added not too long ago. If it was not the case, it would probably be in the 5th spot. But the new Carnival Gotenks does make this team a lot better. This team consists of Dabura and Babidi as the leader for the 130% leader skill. And for the rest of the team, we have Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks, into Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku, Kid Buu, as well as Mr. Buu. Now, some inconsistencies are valid in this team as well. The only reason why it gets higher is that Gotenks is an amazing first slot unit with good damage and is much more invincible as a first slot unit compared to our previous team's first slot units. There are some inconsistencies in this team as well. We have extreme units where, so into Ultimate Gohan can't do as many additional super attacks. Rainbow Orb changing, Kid Buu support does ruin Gotenks' 11 key super potential, so not all the time. Unless you have like this perfect pattern of not having Kid Buu and Gotenks meeting, we'll sometimes get the 12 key super with Gotenks. And then you have to rely on Super Saiyan 3 Goku as your first slot unit sometimes. And you know how he cannot dodge in those crucial moments. But usually I would have Mr. Buu, Kid Buu as a rotation anyway. And Gotenks and say Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Ultimate Gohan in the other rotation. Dabura and Babidi is great regardless with those great dodges. My most important aspect for this team is that it has a full rainbow lineup potential. You can switch out a unit for High School Gohan and you can get like a full rainbow team which can clear a lot of the rainbow missions that Dokkan likes to put out for those challenge events. So that's why I keep it high in the number 3 spot. It's got good damage output from turn 1 as well. I cannot be mad at this team. So for our second place winner for the top 5 best free-to-play teams here, we have the Kamehameha team led by the STR Gohan. This team is amazing. It has so much damage output. It's ridiculous. Now, it's not perfect, which is why it's in the 2nd slot. I will call out the bad things about this team first before we get into the good. First of all, we're running Prime Battle Goku as the leader. So it's not the highest leader skill we could ever get. It's 90%. But luckily, Gohan will provide 200% to all of our units here. Second of all, this team really only works against extreme enemies. So we are versing Super. Their performance, this team's performance is a lot less than what it would be if you verse extreme. And since we're in that blue zone phase, it's kind of tough. And then also the tanking wise, it's not amazing at all. It's a super glass cannon, but compared to the previous teams that we've seen, the amount of damage output that this team does is just way beyond, which is why it shoots up to the 2nd slot. We just go fast and hard, pause, and just use a Whis to protect and just go super damage output. We see Version Z Goku in here, which can tank as well, which is fine. We've got Grandpa Gohan in here, which is an amazing unit as long as you have Goku. Goten in Icarus is a great tank. You got the Feet Goku who has guard against extreme. And we got Jackie Chun in here for that damage reduction. So yeah, really great team. If only there was one more great tank where I could put right next to the STR Gohan and have that rotation just be more tankier. And I'd be super happy with this team. But as of right now, I'm relying on STR Gohan to be our tank in the 1st slot, which is obviously not ideal. as he gets a lot of his defense on supers. But once that problem is fixed, this team can just, and the leader skill is fixed, then we're all good. And in our number 1 spot, just slightly getting ahead, and it really depends on the event that you go up against, and that is Planetary Destruction. Now, the team you see here is a little bit outdated, but there's only one change. This team consists of the most amount of super ECAs, as you can see. Is it fair? Maybe not, but that's just how it is. Planetary Destruction, we have a great leader skill, 120% with the physical Beerus, who's also a decent tank as well with Taunt. Then we have for the friend leader, the Int Broly. Ideally, I would like a little bit better of a leader. He's not the most greatest leader of all time, but you cannot deny the 4 super ECAs that we have in this team. We got Tech Beerus, Full Power Frieza, Kid Buu, Broly. And for our last unit, you can run Jackie Chan, but I would recommend the physical Frieza and Cooler now. If they EZA, it's going to be very, very good for 2025. It's not a perfect team. There are some flaws in here, which is why I don't use them all the time. But when I do, it absolutely cooks. One problem is for if you want to activate Domain and you're not versed in Goku's family, there's only one specific rotation that works. And that is you need Broly and Kid Buu, as well as Int Broly, of course, on the same rotation. So it is a very specific rotation. And then just Beerus synergizing with this team is pretty harsh. Other than having physical Beerus as a linking partner, are you really going to run a non-attacking unit on the main rotation just so you can get some links? I don't know. When you can run like Frieza next to Beerus, just activate Fierce Battle. But yeah, Beerus having, you know, God links, being a realm of God kind of sucks. Being a super unit kind of sucks for the majority of this team. And he has to be in the main rotation because he's our only other first slot unit. I would say also one other problem is that we don't have a crazy good first slot unit in the other rotation. You would have to be using into Broly, which again brings up another issue as well, being that Broly doesn't link up with many other extreme units like that. And if only he was a different name compared to the STR Broly, we would have an amazing rotation, but that's just not the case. They have the exact same name, so they cannot link. So yeah, sometimes I do have to rely on Frieza being the first slot, which then diminishes how much damage he can potentially do, which is not a good thing. I want that big damage. But that's going to be it for my 5 best free-to-play teams. It's very hard to rank them. I think you can switch around literally any of the top 3, and I would be happy with it, honestly. It just really depends on the boss you verse as well. All of them are for different situations, so you cannot really... It's really hard to determine which one is the best. Like, if I was versing an STR boss, I'm definitely not bringing the Planetary Destruction team with 3 physical units in there. And if I was versing an Extreme unit, I'm not really ideally bringing the Kamehameha team. So, yeah, it just really depends on the boss that we verse. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And comment down below what you think is the best free-to-play team if I didn't mention it. Or if you don't like my ordering, let me know in the comment section. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video as always. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace.